Okay. Let me just paste this somewhere first. And then I'm just uh gonna copy this to here. Uh Nobody's here yet, right? Nobody's here yet. Nobody's here yet. Go. I'm all alone. That's fine. That's okay. He. I don't know if this, there may be something bugged or something. I don't know. Let's see. I need to open YouTube first. Ooh, I need to pin this comment first. Yep. Doop. Sorry about that. Sorry about that. Sorry about that. Pin. There we go. I don't know who's watching yet. I'm assuming there's nobody here yet because there's nothing. Oh, wait, there is like one person too. Probably just myself though. That's fine. Let me set everything up first. I'm not gonna stream for long tonight. It's just gonna be like an hour or two with a little bit of update of my current situation and well, I haven't got the time to get around the Flinx Week arc because I participate in it, the weekly challenge theme thingy. So I want to get around that first, but trust me, I am working on everyone's commission. Thank you so much for the support. Really, really helps me a lot. Well, it's still far from the amount of loss that I had, but it's okay. It's okay. It really helps a lot. I mean, I don't have to worry about rent, at least for the next month. That's great. I really appreciate that a lot. Thank you. And, well, aside from that, wow, let me hear. Hello! Hello! Oh, never mind. You're not the only ones, too. I'm sorry. There's Magiax. Hi. Hello. Hi. I hope everyone is having a nice weekend. I get to meet with my family this weekend. Like it was okay. It was nice. I got to stay in a hotel yesterday, which is nice, a nice change of pace. And I guess, yeah, no, after the recent happenings, I had to I felt a little safer. Hello, hello. I hope everyone is having a nice day. Currently where I'm at, it is 8:45 at night. It is nighttime. Like tomorrow is back to work. It's Monday again. Yeah, I did. I was. It was it was my negligence. It was my fault. I mean, I left the window ajar at like 4 a.m. and, I was warned multiple times before that the place that I'm staying, not the place itself, it's like the area it's at, it's very dangerous. And I was like dismissing it, like, oh, it probably wasn't that bad. It was that bad. Just shortly after I got robbed, someone else did, like a neighbor. I think they got our food cart stolen or something. And then the next day, there's like a there's like an old lady downstairs. She got her cooking gas stolen. I think it was a scam. She was like approached by a man and he said something like, "Hey, I can like refill this gas for you if you want." If with a fee, with the money and stuff. And she gave the money and of course the empty tank gas and then she never saw it again. So it's like, "Oh, again, you know. Great. This place is just kind of scary." That's nice. You get to hang out with your family. Yeah. My mom came to visit. I forgot she visited this week. I forgot. I legit forgot. I was like in a hectic state and I forgot. like I don't know, maybe the universe was playing a joke on me or something because literally the day, like the afternoon of the day that I got robbed, she came to visit. So it's like, oh great, I'm getting an earful. So much. Yeah. I know. Yes, exactly. There's a lot of I was warned this is like the place isn't very safe. The area, not the not the house or the place that I'm currently renting at. No, it's just the area, the surrounding area. Not to mention, you know how some windows has those like gates, like so people can't come in and stuff. The window where I'm at, it's still like bare, as in like the only barrier between inside and outside is the glass, and that's it. And also it can literally fit a person. They can just jump through if they want to. But here's the thing. This is what makes it like scary to me. Um that I live in second story. I don't like live on like the base, I mean like the ground floor. No, I was in no I'm in the second story. So whoever stole my stuff, yeah, I'm assuming it's a he and maybe more than one people, I don't know. They climb up basically. They climb up the fucking roof and then like slipped in. The phone, like I suggested. The phone carrier is like because my mom got it, right? And she lived in a completely different island. So she can only do that later when she get back home. So, but I did at least make sure my accounts like got logged off and disconnected from that one phone. But the thing is, I can't reset the phone for some reason. I think because yeah, that's the thing that got stolen. Thankfully nothing is like nothing important, nothing like the documents and such. Thankfully nothing. And that phone was still kind of less than a year old that I own it. So nothing of importance, but still it's kind of like my parent gave it to me. It was like a gift, and like it was not a very cheap phone. It was kind of expensive. So, it's like monetary value was lost. And well, apparently I've been checking, right? There is one email that I still linked it to for tracking purposes. That phone has not been active for the past days. Like the last time it was active was the day that I got it stolen. And it was in like very early morning, like like 5:30 a.m. or something. That was the last time. Yes, I did. I changed the passwords slightly because I have a horrible memory. But yeah, I stole the phone was like that was the last time it was active. It never got turned on again after that, which is very peculiar to me, that's very weird because if you plan to sell this thing off, right? You got to turn it on, right? You got to turn the thing on. But the thing is it's not. And like again, it's a very pricey phone. It's a Samsung. I forgot which version because I don't keep track on those. But it's a Samsung. It's pretty pricey. And it has like basically, thankfully, uh, they could have done it for the parts, yeah, but like again, they're kind of still brand new. Like, you could have just sold the whole phone, honestly. But according to my sibling's partner, they told me because they of course when you want these things tracked you gotta know some people. Thankfully I do know a few people, at least my sibling does. I am less social than they are. But they got contacted with their partner. They're not married or anything, they're just dating, but they're contact with a partner, and this partner just so happened to be like know like the police and stuff. So they've been tracking the movement of the thing because the thing with Samsung, there's like this unique code that cannot be changed even after you alter the parts. It is part of the phone. The moment it's turned on, it will turn on the last time it, like the tracker. You can track it basically when it's turned on. So it's suspected right now is that they like they knew the version is like the newest, pretty much one among the newest versions, where even when it's gone, it's stolen away or whatever, you can still keep track on it because it's part of the phone itself. So if the moment it's turned on, it will show the location where it's at right now. So it's like, not through like phone numbers, like literally the phone itself has that apparently, which is that's pretty cool. I mean, it's not like I it's not like I'm hopeful it's gonna come back, but like I just want to know where it ends up in. Because the last time it was like the last time I did try to chase them. I did try to like look for them, as in like when they were still detectable by Google phone, the find your phone thingy. The last time I saw them, they were only around. I don't know how to convert it to miles. I'm sorry. I don't use whatever the American system is, but the last time it was around only like 7 kilometers away. I mean, it's far in my standards, but it's like it was early in the morning. It was like 4 a.m. and I kind of like it's still dark out. It was being a woman, you can't really, especially with that environment, very scary, right? You can't really like go that far without a vehicle alone. So I had to wait it out until the sun came out a bit. And when that time comes, it's one of my biggest regret, really, because I should have like when that phone was still there, like in that one place for at least an hour, I should have gave chase. But it was dark. My fear got over me. Yeah. Science. Hello. Hi, Pop. Hi, man. It's been a while since I saw you. Sorry, I usually stream on Discord for the past few days, but this week has been kind of hectic. So, I didn't have time for it. I'll try to make time as usual. Oh, hold on. Please give me a moment. I'm setting everything up. Oh yeah, I just realized the the stream is still like on the loading screen. Sorry about that. I just realized. Sorry. I'm just kind of like doing the Flinx art again. Don't worry. I mean, thankfully, everyone's been helpful on IG and Tumblr and Twitter too. I shared that on Twitter as well. Thank you for ordering the commissions and such. It's been very helpful. I mean, it's not, you know, we haven't reached most of the milestones yet, but that's fine. With the ones I got now, I can at least not be worried about rent for the next month, a month or two. That's fine. Thank you a lot. Thank you so much for that. But of course, I plan to move out soon enough because this place isn't safe. My boss did like offered me like a place, like as in like he used to live in this one apartment and it's not too far. It's just that you need to take a bus, uh, one of those transit bus. Yeah, not like long travel bus. No, but like he used to be there. I mean, it costs a little more, but like it's safer. I've been considering that, and I plan to that place, look around, check if there's any empty rooms, and maybe next week or so. You think it's quite a secure situation? Yeah, the kilometers are longer than miles, so I think. Oh, okay. Yeah, it is pretty a good distance, but factoring that it's like it happened at like 4 a.m., 4:30, I think it's 4 or 5 a.m. around those times, and it's like the streets are empty. You could give chase for at least like 20 minutes if you're on a motorbike or a car. But yeah, again, it was very scary. Again, the being a woman who got stuff stolen to give chase at 4 a.m. is very, you know. But yeah, I mean, I don't know if I'm coping with it well or not. I think I am. I'm just kind of the since I was young, I was not really like the mopey type. Like I will cry one day and I will get over it later. It's gonna haunt me for the next years for sure. My family is not gonna shut up about this. They're never gonna trust me with anything ever. But yeah, anyway, it's been kind of helpful a lot. Like the donations and the commissions. Don't worry, I'm working on them. They're still in sketch phase. I can show it on stream, but I always frame like commissions as something very personal. Like, I didn't ask these creators. I mean, no, the owners of these characters and such. Some of them literally has their face they want to draw themselves, so I can't really show those on stream. So right now I'm just gonna like draw the Flinx with art. But trust me, I have the commissions like worked on. It's they're currently in sketch phases. I will plan on like finishing them as soon as possible because everyone has been helping me a lot. Usually with commissions, there's a TOS that I write, so people can read that before they agree on commissioning me. That because I have a day job, I kind of like prioritize everything else before the commission. But this is a special situation. Everyone has been very nice and helping out. Like, it's very rare for Instagram comments to have like nice people in it instead of annoying people because that's how it is with Instagram Reels people, right? But everyone has been very nice. Everyone has been trying to help as they can, even if it's not donating, even if it's just sharing the reels or help spam commenting, because I did not know that's how you get traction on Instagram. Like, you just spam a bunch of keywords in the comment section. That's actually a first. I didn't know that. I've never been an Instagram goer, so that's a first I've heard. Like, oh, so the post can appear on FYP. You have to comment a lot of keywords that is kind of relevant, like chaperone or whatever. I didn't know that. That that explains a lot. But I don't want to resort to that, because I don't want, I don't know, this is like an unpopular perception of things, but personally, I would love it if my art just reached to the right people instead of like reaching everyone, and then, not everyone is a big fan of the things that you're working on. A lot of reels for donations recommend that. Okay. Yeah, I didn't know that. That is like something I just knew when I posted that, you know? That is something that I just knew. So it was pretty fun, I think. I mean, fun in a sense that fun fact. But I'm glad people are helping in their way, even if it's like not monetary, because I appreciate everyone. And I got like a lot of followers after that, which is crazy too. I just hope it's not like, oh, I'm following because out of pity or anything. I hope people follow me because they like my work, and yeah, that's you know because my point of being on Instagram is not to get famous. I just want to meet the people that likes my stuff as I am. But I really appreciate the support everyone has given. Everyone has been very nice. I really appreciate that. And yes, I do have like I will fulfill that promise that I made. The milestones, because I'm not like putting random milestone. No, that's just the amount that I lost from the whole thing. Like, seriously. I mean, it's nothing important, of course. Like, it's mostly like some like, again, some fancy stuff like like phone and all. But like, still, I also need to find a new place to be at. But of course, again, at the end of the day, always prioritize yourself first. Even if you can't, like, if you want to donate, but like, oh, I can't, I'm a student. It's okay. Please, it's all right. It's okay. Please prioritize your own tuitions and all that stuff first. I'm fine with like just a share, a supportive comment, or anything of the sorts. It's not like a requirement to give me money. So yeah, I really appreciate everyone's help so far. It really like lifts a weight off my shoulders a bit. Oh, I forgot. So like a little update on the current situation. I'm still in the same place that I'm at, sure, of course. Uh, Still in the process of looking for place to stay because it's kind of hard. I live near a university, so like you know you know how it is. Like there's lots of students. I'm pretty sure lots of the closest area has been booked to the brim by now with students who studied around here. So it's been kind of tricky to find a new place that is not too far away from where I work because I'm a lecturer, right? I teach. Basically, I'm a teacher in a sense. So I kind of want to make sure I don't live too far from campus, just in case I need to do something or I was called to work for something. I mean, I do go to work every like week every day as usual, but still, it would be much more convenient and if I can like be on standby. And well, I'm still looking for a place for that. And for the update is I went with my family today. It was nice. I got to like experience um staying at a hotel after a while because it's been a while since I stayed in one. And the place had warm water, heated water, which is great. Not even my current place has one. It's like super cold, hot. If you want like hot water, you have to like take a shower at like midday when the sun is like at the brightest because the water heats up due to the sun. And during our outing, I decided to find at least a replacement phone for the one that I lost because that's the one thing that I can replace actually, that actually matters. So I got a new phone. It's of course a severe downgrade from that one that I lost, but I really needed it because um not that it's like for work or anything, it's just that for other things such as, online payment and overall convenience because my current phone, thankfully the one that is not stolen, the one that is like with me, um still probably because it's like a very old model. I had it since I was in college. I'm now like I've finished my masters and I'm like working, but that phone had a lot of like memories since I was in like college, and it has like lots of like old stuff in it. So I'm glad it's still with me, but also the cons is that if you like, for example, just want to open like an online, like mobile app for banking, like when you want to pay something through like uh online debit, without the card, just like your phone through your phone and stuff. It takes forever just to open an app for any app. Actually, it doesn't have to be like a banking app. Any app, like for example, you need to open this thing. You need to open this PDF file your boss gave, and it took like 20 minutes just to open an app before you get into the ads and everything. Like it's so slow, and it it drains like the battery. The battery drains so fast the moment you turn on the mobile data. That 100% battery will turn into 50 in like 5 minutes. So it's like it's not a very reliable phone. Like it has lots of old memories in it, stuff that I had since I was in college. It has like my you know old photos when I was younger, and it has photo of my late parent, because I only have one left. But it has like lots of things in it, and I'm glad it's still with me, but at the same time I cannot use this for work or anything because it's so slow. it will run out of battery before you can open like 3 apps. It's like so bad. It's so bad. You can't even like save new stuff anymore. Usually like with my like previous other stolen phone, I can just like forward those files to this other phone. So I can open it in the other phone. So I'm just using it for that. Really more convenient and like, if there's something that I need to do real quick, I can do that. Because everything is relying on phone nowadays, right? I think it's like it's not even like a luxury item anymore. You kind of need it for work and stuff. You need it for everything. But what I haven't like logged off is like the because I use Samsung and apparently like to log into other devices you have to use the other phone you're signed into, which is I can't do that for obvious reasons. And I plan to get that sorted out next week. Hopefully real soon. Really want to get this like sorted and over with. But it's been a hectic week. But well, I mean, at least the anons I got on Tumblr are entertaining. Really distracted me from the tragedy that happened. If you follow me on Tumblr, you probably have seen it. You know, uh, uh, the weird anons, the 2 weird anons I got that week. Like that is so odd. You probably have seen it. If you're in my Discord, you've heard my woes. But if you follow me on Tumblr only, you've seen it, right? The first person and then the second one. The second one, at least, it's a more lighthearted in the sense that you're not guilt tripping or whatever, bringing real life problems into it. Hey, Brick. Hi. Hope you're having a nice day. Hope you had a nice weekend. Currently, where I'm at, it is 9 p.m. At night. Tomorrow, I'm back to work again. I actually have like a paper to owe, but whatever. I'm just gonna make an excuse because I couldn't like do research right now. This week has been kind of weird. But I hope you're having a good weekend. I hope you had breakfast, lunch, dinner, or whatever. I had mine. Uh, I had um, I had uh chicken karage. I had chicken karage. Uh, it's like popcorn chicken with rice, just that, and water. Hope everyone here has a super fantastic weekend. I hope you too, Brick. And yeah, thank you. Thank you. Uh, everything happened. A lot of things happened, but yeah, I'm glad everyone like was with me the entire time. I'm glad. I was like super confused and everything, but I'm glad everyone's around, and I don't feel like screaming into the void. Everyone's been helping me a lot with the donation and commissions. I will get around that. I promise. I promise. Because everyone has been very nice and oddly civil, which is rare for Instagram standards. You know how it is with Instagram, right? Because civil, that's the last thing you expect from Instagram reels people. But I'm glad everyone actually have a heart. Because this whole thing made me like lose hope in humanity. It really did. Because I was too naive to trust some people out there, I guess, or being feel too safe in an area that I let this happen. But I'm glad everyone's help so far has been like rekindling that hope again with people. Because you know, I'm a very trusting person. Like I don't immediately assume the worst in people. Like I'm serious. Like I always see the benefit of the doubt. And I hate it when people kind of like took that as like weakness. So it's been nice, to have everyone helping out. We reached one of the milestones, which is great. I definitely will do something when we reach the second one, which is, free prints and stuff. They're gonna be free to download. You can all print it yourself. Just don't resell them, of course, but you can print them and you can use them for anything. And I'm not lying about the if I get like my whole loss back, because the milestone is like based on how much I've lost. Uh, if I got that back, I will definitely like find like a voice actor or two and like have my animation dubbed. I thought that'd be fun. Like it's gonna be like a whole short episode you will see on Instagram for free. I promise. I really want to do like those things, like how usually like I think Cartoon Network used to do it. I think they still do. Basically, they like have short animation, like their shorter episodes and such airing, and it's only like a couple of minutes, like compared to actual episodes. Usually, episodes are like what, 20 minutes from now, right? Like 25, almost half an hour. I want to do like a bite-sized animation, like just animated segments of like my whole AU and stuff. And it's not just gonna be like Teen Titans. It's also gonna be like the Sonic one, because I have an AU for that franchise as well. If you follow my Instagram, you've seen it. I just haven't been updating on it a lot because it's kind of tense right now in the Silver and Blaze fandom. Like very tense. I think there's like, I don't know what happened, but the moment I came back, there's like this turmoil that's happening. Like, I don't know what's going on there. I think there's an infighting happen, but I don't know. I kind of don't want to delve into it, so I'm kind of waiting until like everything like it settles and everyone chill out. Not surprised. Yeah, I mean, as always, as expected from the average Sonic fandom. But yeah, I'm just gonna wait. I think people are still like on edge about the whole Silver and Blaze series. Not series, but like a special comic for the IDW. Everyone is still kind of scared of that, including me, because they've been portraying Silver in a way that I'm not a big fan of. But yeah, the fandom, you know how it is. They kind of took it another step further. I don't know what happened there. Like, I don't know how it got so bad that one of the more known Silvers artists, not me, but like someone else, kind of distanced themselves from the community, which literally just a couple of months ago during the, uh, you know, just a couple of months ago, it was like still civil, still interacting, but then this person suddenly unfollows. Not me, this person, but the other person. There's this other person that suddenly unfollows me. I don't get it, because what did I do really? Because I thought we were like in it together, as a community, as like a fandom, a ship fandom. I don't know what the fuck happened there, but yeah, I'm just gonna wait until it like settles before I do anything. But I will, of course, have an like I will expand on that soon enough. It's just not right now, because I can only have one hand and so much time. I wish I could draw with my feet. That way, maybe I can draw more art with different fandoms. But then again, I need to have two sets of brains so I can think of not just one idea but more at the same time. But yeah, spoiling as always. Aw, no, I think I'm not spoiling enough. Actually, I think I should do more. Actually. Because I think I'm not giving much. I think I just, I think I should give something more. But yeah, currently I am working on the Flinx week art. I actually intended to like draw commissions, but I figured it's like too personal sometimes. Like I didn't ask this, like this stream doesn't like got deleted after I'm done. It will stay up, and I don't want like someone, oh, this was actually a gift and I ruined someone's surprise or something. So I might as well just do it off stream. So you're just gonna see like me drawing the Flinx stuff as usual. I don't think I can finish this on stream though, because I don't want to stream too long. Usually when I draw like stuff like these, they took about like over 4 hours or 5, and I don't want to stream that long. I'm just gonna stream for like 2 hours at most. But yeah, I appreciate everyone's care and concern. I really do, you know, because it's been kind of weird. I'm still processing the whole thing, you know. Yeah, but nowadays, you know, I think I just like make sure I keep my windows closed all the time. Like usually I keep the window ajar, you know, because it's hot. There's no air circulation. Have I told you? The rent that I'm at has no air circulation. As in, there is no. You know, when sometimes there you have like you sleep in a room or like be in a room. There's like a small gap, right? Like a hole in the wall or something. It doesn't necessarily need to be a window or a door. Just a hole. Doesn't have to be something huge either. It's like a, you know, basically like where the supposed air comes in and out. The place that I'm sleeping in and currently living in has none of that. The only air you're getting is from the door or the windows. It's kind of like yeah, it's like I think even like a shed or like, you know, a garage has at least a pocket window, right? Like a small place where air can come in and out. This one doesn't. So, you know, I was like told multiple times by my family who, you know, beforehand never tried sleeping in one of these rooms that I am sleeping in, where I'm staying at. Like, just close the window. What's so hard about it? And until they actually tried sleeping because they slept over for like a night or two at my place. Now they can see where I'm coming from and why I kept the fucking windows open a little bit, you know? Like, why I kept the window ajar. It's hot. As in, like, no air. Absolutely no air. The entire night, you're just breathing in your own breath, basically. That's what happened when you keep the windows closed and the doors shut. Because obviously, yeah, right? Like, you would keep the windows shut and the doors closed. But again, alternatively, it's like you can't, like, if someone had like a breathing problems, they're probably gonna suffocate in here. That's how bad it is. Is it like a health violation? 100% it is. I don't think they have that kind of thing in where I'm living in though. Until there's like casualties. So it's like, you know, that is like one of the reasons why I kept the window ajar in the first place. It's like super hot in here. Hot in a sense that not that it's like scorching hot. It's summer, duh. Literally no air. No fresh air to breathe unless you open the fucking windows. I mean, yeah, the rent is cheap, but like at what cost, really? That's why I'm considering a new place, you know. Find, like, you know what? Just keep the, like, find a place with an AC, like, air conditioning, because this is getting crazy, dude. They do finally consider, like, you know, adding the gates on the windows, you know, that actually another barrier between the glass pane and the inside. But, like, again, shit already happened, so, well, you know. Like, again, I'm not fully mad at the landlord, but still, you know, if you already placed some stuff, if you actually had air conditioning, well, not necessarily air conditioning, like, a pocket window, whatever the hell they call it in English. Those things, ventilation, whatever. This wouldn't happen in the first place, you know? Like if they actually um had like a proper air ventilation, or at least have proper like gate or guardrails between the window and the inside, none of this would have fucking happened. But whatever, you know. So I can do anything about it, but whatever. Nice Teen Titans LGBT Flash. Yeah, thank you. He's my favorite character ever. I would dare say he is my favorite Flash ever. Because he is not like the other Flash. He's genuinely like that show, like as like very brief as he appeared in the show, they really gave him the best light they could. Because if you only watch the show, if you only watch the episode he debuted in, which is like he only debuted in one episode and then like appeared briefly at the second to last episode of the entire show, but they did everything they could to make him look good, and they did. As in, look good in a sense that he's a great guy, you know? Because in most iterations, like other versions, you would see like, you know, him, it's like, oh, he's like a he's like a flirt, he looks for girls, he's whatever. In which he's not in this version. He's genuinely just a nice guy. I really like that. I really like that. He's my favorite. Despite only appearing like twice the entire show, because the show got canceled before it even like started crawling. Because I heard, I don't know if it's true or not, but this is from other fans, right? Apparently the original show was to end in season 4. It was initially ended in season 4 until Cartoon Network gave another green lit. Hey guys, you can have another season actually. And they had a whole season introducing lots of potential other Titans. And then when they did that, boom, probably by the end of like when they're in the middle of working on the 5th season, they got another bombshell, which is actually, guys, this is the last ever fucking season you're getting. So like after introducing everybody, now they have to suddenly end everything. So yeah, which is kind of too bad because we didn't get to see Wonder Girl, which, you know, was in like a legalities limbo, and that's why she didn't appear in the show, but she did appear in the comics. But and then like Kid Flash only appeared at the last season 5, and in one episode, two episodes, in which like one of them he's like super minor in, but the other one is like, well, he's given a great light on its own, but we barely know anything about the guy except that he's like apparently already super professional already. Like he's already the one of the best tier heroes. Other than that, we don't really know much about him. But like, yeah, you know, I kind of wish there's more to him. But I'm glad that what we have now, because he's actually shown in a great light for that, and that show really did him super justice, you know. Unlike another Justice show, you know. Young Justice, I'm talking about Young Justice. Yeah, he's fast. Yeah, he fast. I mean, of course he is. You know, unlike another iteration, he's not the slowest Flash. I'm sorry for giving so much flack for that show. I'm not mocking the show itself. I'm more mocking of the decisions behind it, because I didn't watch that particular run because that's a completely different Elseworld. But I do heard the reason why that happened was because the creator did not like Wally West Flash. He's like a Barry Allen truther, Barry Allen conservative. So he only liked him as just the Kid Flash, and never gave him the mantle at all, and just oof off his head, you know. But that's a rumor I heard. I don't know if it's true or not. But I'm glad, at least in Teen Titans, in the other cartoon, he got a happy ending. Like nothing happened to him. Like nothing bad happened to him. He got a new goth girlfriend, which is good for him. Good for him. So yeah, he's like my favorite character, even if it's like very minor. We know little to nothing about him. We just know that, from the show itself, he's a gentleman. He's a guy. He's a great guy. And if it's like the comics, he's slightly flirty, which only shown twice, by the way, the entire comic run, twice. As in like, even then, it's like unclear if he's actually like flirting or if he's just being what the male writers as usually depict as being charismatic or charming, because it is a common thing. I don't know if it's like a very gender thing, but it's very common in most media. I'm not saying this is all men, but just mostly like male-centered media. Apparently, a guy that is charismatic or a guy that has like charisma and riz, I guess people call it, they would write those usually male characters, sometimes female too, but actually they write those characters as like flirty, which sometimes when you're charismatic you don't need to be flirty. You don't need to like call girls or catcall them or whatever and get giggles or whatever. Like I can tell, like it's like it is a very male writer to do that, as in like to show a guy or girl that they are charming and charismatic. They have to make them flirty, which is like, I mean, you can just be charming and charismatic by being a good guy in general. You don't need to be catcalling these girls to look cool. Like the Chad of it all, like those memes where they depict like, oh, why does Stacy likes that Chad in the meanwhile I am the nerd and I wear big glasses. Like it's a very very incel stuff, but yeah, I always frame it as such because it's not just Wally or Kid Flash that does it. Beast Boy did it, Cyborg in the comic did it. So it's like, oh, so this writer just assume a handsome or a charming guy as someone that is flirty. Okay. Except Robin, but like Robin is just Robin, He's men are better. Swear to God. The average discussion at the DC table. That's how it is. The average video commentary people on YouTube be like, people who complain about superhero movies be like, still flabbergasted at that. Like the whole kind of reminds me of that whole people who complained about Superman 2025 last year. But again, it's like very odd. Like I can tell, but like I don't know. It's like the cartoon and the comic Kid Flash is like, comic Kid Flash probably gave him a little bit more personality and like other sides to him. But you have to admit they kind of like written as like completely different characters, kind of, because in the cartoon he wasn't like that at all. The movie was a year ago. Yeah, it was. It is a movie. 20 Superman 2025. It's 2026 now. Supergirl sadly did not really caught my eye. I mean, I did watch it. It was kind of a little bit. Oh, I kind of wish it wasn't as all over the place. I wish it actually focused. I really see the details, like the whole, female, uh, marriage. What's it called again in English? Whatever. Those I wish it was focused around those more, but I don't know. It's just like the woman that was like locked up is just kind of like an accessory and doesn't really affect much of the plot. And I kind of feel a little bit disappointed in that. And yeah, it's like, yeah, kind of wish like they had more, because what I like about the 2025 Superman was that it really focused around the people, like about this random guy that sells like this foot card, that sells his foot card because he was there. It showcased that person. The thing is with the Supergirl, they didn't really do that, like, I mean, they do, but like you don't care much about them because they only appeared briefly before they're killed or something. So it's like, that's too bad. I really want that emotional connection with other humans as like Superman 2025 did. But it really never focused on the human aspect. I mean, it did, but like only a couple of humans. I don't know. Humans? Aliens? I don't know. They're humans to me. Never really focused much on that. I wish it did. So like it didn't really get to me as emotionally as Superman 2025 was. Which it was like, I'm a little saddened by that because I really want to like that movie, the Supergirl movie. I'm just not a big fan of the little girl. I forgot her name already. Not a big fan of her. She's kind of like, I don't know. The entire movie, I never see her as someone competent. I'm sorry. So when the scene happened where it shows that she's super competent, it felt out of nowhere to me. Like, why is she suddenly like a reliable person and not a baggage? Because you know how it is. Like, it's like a trope in movies. Sometimes like a kid would just like, you know, hang around this one person and be the actual sole cause of all problems. the conflict starter. And I'm not a big fan of that trope at all, and I hate that the little girl fell into that trope as well, the entire, like, almost the entire movie. But yeah, that's a brief rambling of me with Supergirl. I wish Man of Tomorrow would be great. It wasn't because Supergirl, like, the actress was bad. It's just like the story was kind of, it lacked the emotional impact compared to Superman the previous year. To me. Just me. Because what happened last year, it was like a lot of things happened, right? Like the promotional shows, lots of the Justice Gang. So the movie was mid. Oh, no. It's okay. It's good. Just again, I would suggest not expect a huge emotional, like, driven thing, like huge compared to Superman 2025. It's okay. Just come in the movie and expect action-packed stuff. That is all. I'm just a very, I'm a wuss. I really like stories that is more emotional. So it's like when I see like it's more action and kind of like very weird pacing all around, not a big fan of that. It's just a personal preferences. Please do watch it, because if you're just there for the fun stuff, like Supergirl being such a mess. I mean, like, as a character, I mean, she's like fun as a character. I mean, not like in a degrading way. Like, oh, she gets drunk and stuff. Very fun. Please do watch it. But if you expect something like emotionally, like, sticks with you, and more so like again emphasizing on the justice of the people like Superman 2025 was, you'll be slightly disappointed. That is all. Because Superman 2025 was, it left a mark on me because again, I am very like, you know, when it comes to like social justice and like, you know, it's like focusing on the humans around you, I really like those things. Like, you know, the Superman 2025 got like the, oh, you know, the random guy that sells food, he's helping Superman and then he got shot and he died and got killed by Lex to show like how evil he is. I mean Lex Luthor. And then at the end it showcased that again, you know, oh, he, you know, he was remembered by the Daily Planet. Like he has like a whole that one guy at the beginning that was later killed, and you know, try to like protect Superman by not like telling him not to tell anything, to not to tell Lex Luthor anything. And then like he was killed because of it, and he was memorialized by like in the memoriam and stuff in like the newspaper. Oh, he was given the best tribute. Oh, he sold the best food. I forgot what the food was, but like he sold the best one. Everyone will miss him, and it's like, oh man, that's like, oh, like the humanity is so strong. I really felt it. Even remembering it now, I'm like, I felt heartfelt again. You know, like, oh, that movie was so special. Like the humanity was so strong. I really love that. But Supergirl didn't have that. It doesn't have that. So you know, if you want action stuff, please go see it. Please go see it. I was expecting something like that with the movie and I didn't get it. So that's why I was a little bit disappointed. Just don't expect like Superman level of empathy. Falafel. Yeah, there it is. Thank you. Yeah, it's a falafel. Um it was like, I really liked that movie because it was so human. Like you see all the humans. It's not just Superman, it's the other ones, the other people. It's like the people in that fictional country, I forgot. Those two countries. It's the people amidst the war. It's the people that was, you know, that literally just sells falafels. It's the people that was in uh, the journalists and the writers in Daily Planet. All that, like, it's the people. I really like that. You don't have that. You don't get that in this Supergirl movie. It's mostly just Supergirl with her struggles and the little girl that came with her. There is like, and this is what's disappointed me personally, because they showcase other stuff. Like, spoilers, there's like, you know, all women prisoners in the movie. They never really focus on those women, at least until the end, and it's like only a couple of seconds, and they didn't really say anything. They don't speak, so I'm kind of, yeah, they're just there just because. I'm just kind of a little disappointed at that. I wish there's more liberation given to them. I wish there's more humanity, but I get it. It's Supergirl. Supergirl is supposed to see the, you know, the bleak parts, whereas Superman is super hopeful. His heart is still young. That is an actual quote in the movie. So yeah. Okay, it was one of those movies I was kind of looking forward to because it was one of my favorites. Yeah, yeah. I loved it because of its humanity personally. But I think it makes sense, I guess, because I think the trailer said it right. Like Superman sees the hope in everything, whereas Supergirl sees the bleaker part. She's the pessimist of the two, which is interesting because I mean, if you like Supergirl, they will tell you the backstory of her in this movie. They will also tell you how old she is and how old Superman is, which is, it makes sense, you know, because Superman here is still young. He's still kind of like, you know, you can tell from the first movie, the 2025 movie. But yes, this Superman is still young, so that makes sense. I mean, he got beat up a lot. That's fine. That makes sense. Like, I think, well, it's not really like that important of a spoiler anyway, but Supergirl is like in her 20s. So it's like, okay, that makes sense. She looks like a college student. They only had like 7 years difference. Her and Superman, I think. So like Superman is like Clark Kent is young. We'll probably like only work for like a couple of like years at like the Daily Planet, like only like it's still young, which is really fun, you know. Like that explains why he's so hopeful and why he's like his heart is still pure, and he gets beat up a lot and still struggling to carry that mantle. He's young. But yeah, personally, please watch the movie if you're really into the action and you want to know more about her deal, Supergirl's whole philosophy. It's different from Superman. Superman wants to save everyone, even if it means potentially not abiding the laws, you know? As in like, what do you mean we can't save this person from this one country? Well, you know, the political stance, like who cares about political stance? Someone is dead, someone is dying. That's Superman, but Supergirl is more like different. He's not like that. It just I really like that. It's like a good cop bad cop type thing. I really like that. Also, there's not much memorable soundtrack from the Supergirl movies, at least. With Superman, it's like super iconic, right? Like punk rocker and all that. And Mr. Terrific's theme, the song that plays, not so much in Supergirl, sadly. You won't change to Injustice Superman. No, that would be the previous iteration with Zack Snyder, where Superman was initially supposed to get caught by Batman, and Lois Lane was supposed to carry Bruce Wayne's baby, and the baby was supposed to be named Bruce Kent, and the baby would later become the next Batman, which goes literally against what Batman was all about. It goes to show Snyder doesn't really pay attention to the mythos. Because the least that Batman would have ever wanted is the next Batman. So don't worry, don't worry. I think this one is gonna be a good one. Are you looking forward to Clayface? Oh man, I wish, but I can't because I'm a wuss. And Clayface, I heard, is gonna be a horror, body horror, and I am not really into horror. I'm a scaredy cat. I don't like body horror. I cringe easy. Yeah, I'm a baby. Sorry about that. I was traumatized when I was a child because I was fooled to watch Final Destination. Ever since then, I literally cringe at anything that relates to body horror. Anything. I'm more of a horror guy. Good for you, Pop. Good for you. I wish I was a horror guy. I mean, I probably would if I wasn't fooled to watch Final Destination at 10 years old, you know? Anyway. Which way? I was 10, dude. Oh my gosh. I was like one of those people who got traumatized when in the 2000s, you know, one of those Gen Z trauma thing. Like that age, I was exposed to things that I wasn't supposed to. And instead of being desensitized like most people, I just become scared of everything. Like I can't I think I was in 5th grade when I was exposed to Happy Tree Friends for the first time. And then yeah, I was scared of gore since then. And then when I was in like back early on, back when I was in like kindergarten or something, a horror movie was like shown on TV, and my dad, bless his soul, he whenever a scary scene was about to come up, he would jump scare me. Since then, I'm just afraid of horror in general. So yeah, great stuff. I'm just afraid of horror in general now. Like every time a horror movie or whatever like airs, I would just pretend to be asleep the entire time. Which is ironic because I'm not it's not like I'm scared of ghosts. I just don't like things that are shocking. I just don't like things when it's like the least expected, something shocking happened. I don't like that. Because, you know, when it comes to like spiritual or ghosts or whatever, I literally live alone. Like right now where I'm like at, nobody is here. It's just me. Everyone is still like on vacation and stuff. Like I'm not afraid of being alone in the toilet or like waking up at 4 a.m. or whatever. I just don't like it when movies or shows or whatever just, you know, shock you or jump scares you. I don't like that. Like I don't like the unexpected. Hello. What a name. Morax? Okay, hi Morax. Hello. Hope you're having a nice weekend. Hope you're having a good day today. It is where I'm at. It is currently 9:40 something at night. Tomorrow is weekday again. It's gonna be work again for me. I hope you're having a nice day regardless, or having a nice weekend. I hope you had your fill of water or food or what have you. I already ate today. I had chicken karage. It's basically popcorn chicken, you know, one of those. I hope you had like a good day overall. Thank you for stopping by for the stream. I don't think I'm gonna finish this whole art in like one stream because there's gonna be other stuff that I'm gonna like add into. But yeah, I'm just gonna. I already tell my updates a bit on my current situation before, in earlier, and yeah, it's like things got a little. I mean, I cope with it a little better than previously. That's for sure. I'm still looking for a new place to stay. Still on the lookout for that because I live in near campus area. Lots of the nearby places are already pretty much booked by, you know, college students. So it's like I'm still looking for a new place, and you know, with the support that people has been giving me, which I'm very always grateful for. I managed to get a new phone, albeit it's like a super downgrade. It's super cheap phone, but I really needed that phone because the phone that I got that was stolen away was more high spec and stuff. Just that I need it for my daily activities because my current phone, which is like super old, something that I had since college, literally cannot function without waiting for 20 minutes to open an app. So it's like, you know what, I need to get a new phone or else I can't function. Because everything now needs a phone, right? Like you got like an email or message from your boss, you gotta be on your phone 24/7 in case there's like an emergency or a call. So yeah, I had to, but like yeah, it's been okay. It's been a weird week. And nowadays I'm just locking my windows even though there's no air circulation or ventilation. So it's kind of currently hot in here, not like because of the weather, more so because there's lack air. There's no fresh air. Popcorn chicken. Yeah, popcorn chicken. Popcorn chicken, you know, like it's like boneless chicken and it's like deep fried in flour. Me and my friend used to watch all slasher. It was great. Yeah. I mean, great. You know, people who are desensitized to horror and stuff. I'm jealous of those people because I'm not. I'm like one of those people who, the moment I'm just kind of having a bad time, like, I don't like seek those out more. I just avoid it entirely. Like, when I was a kid, I used to play because the game was. It's not that I seek out those games. They're just in girlsgames.com at the time. You know, those Cooking Mama PETA parody game where she literally like killed a turkey and there's blood everywhere. Okay, I need to go. Have a nice day. Oh yeah. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for sharing your thoughts. And I hope you have a good day too. My birthday's coming soon. I've been wanting to message you on Discord, just as busy, so I kind of leave you alone. Oh, hey, happy early birthday. It's okay. It's okay. This I don't really usually uh determine like the Discord status and stuff. I'm not busy. I just like that setting and stuff. I just put it on idle because I don't want to look like I don't touch grass because I keep Discord online all the time. Like it's always at bay. That's why I keep it on idle. It's not like I'm busy. It's just that if you put it on online, people would think that wow, this person literally never logs off Discord ever. Happy early birthday. Yeah. Happy early birthday. Also like fellow July babies, high five. I also have a birthday this month. Still a couple of weeks from now though, but still. July babies. I hate horror, but I can't look away for some reason. Oh man. I can't look away. But yeah, I'm glad. I mean, I'm glad not everyone has the same experience as I do because man, must be such a party pooper. Like, oh, do you want to watch horror? This like cool slasher movie? Nah, I'm a wuss. Like, you go, guys, have fun without me. Oh wow! I bought like this place. Like, I bought a food from this place, and they gave me like an extra jelly. Aw, that's sweet. Thank you. Like, I didn't order this, like, the jello. They gave it anyway, you know. There's a note on top that says, please give us group reviews. Thank you. Okay. Alright. Because you gave me a jello for free. It's pretty nice. I think it was... I don't know if this is orange or pineapple. A little runny though, but probably because of the weather. I'd choose anime over horror every day. Well, anime also has horror. The jello was nice. Anime is also horror. I mean, has horror. The 2000s era of anime has lots of horror. Like, oh, blood everywhere. Like, blood plus, Higurashi. I think they're getting like a whole new version soon. Season? I won't say season, just... I don't know, like a remake? I don't know. I don't know what that is. Because anime is just a Japanese word for animation. So it's like, yeah, there is. Personally, I would choose watching 2 hours of commentary videos around some drama I never heard of over horror any day. Because it is heavy foreshadow. Well, yeah, I guess in a sense, you can like pick an anime and then you know what you're getting, you know? Ooh. Like, when you watch stuff like Higurashi or, Yumeniki, you know what you're getting. Like, it's gonna be horror in there. I bought like a pudding. It tastes okay. It's caramel. It's pretty okay. I also have coffee on the side. Redacted or Alpha. I don't know what to call you. But hi, thanks for stopping by to my stream. I hope you're having a nice day. Hope you had water today. Hope you had a good weekend so far. I don't know what time it is at your place. Where I'm at, it is currently 10 p.m. at night. So that means I've been streaming for 2 hours. That's great. Arcs, please. I can't change the handle. Okay, hi, Arcs. Hello. I hope you had a nice weekend. Because where I'm at, I'm like, by the next 2 hours, it's just gonna be weekday again. I'm gonna be back to work again. I have a day job. Sad state of affairs, but you know how it is with this economy. I strongly suggest you do him. To who? Hey, hello. Hi. Thanks for stopping by my stream. I already gave update about my current situation. If you came from Instagram, basically TLDR. Well, the phone, I got a new one thanks to everyone's support, but it's like a much more, downgraded. It's a very cheap phone, only like I don't know, it's only like 200 something, but it's alright. It doesn't even support eSIMs, but it's okay. I need it for work, so it's been very helpful, and the remaining funds can be used at least for the next couple of months rent. I don't have to worry about that for now, which is great. Thanks for everyone's support. So yeah, the deal is still on. If I do reach the milestone, I would make something huge, 100%. Arcs, okay. They said to call them arcs, so I'm just gonna go with arcs. Okay. But I hope you have a nice weekend overall, and just stay safe. And always lock the doors and windows when you're about to sleep. I'm just keeping my windows closed forever now. I don't trust anyone nearby. But yeah, I'm coping with it likely better now, thankfully. I like drawing old dudes with mustaches. Probably because influence of my late father. He had a mustache. So I just really like drawing random NPCs with mustaches. Thank you. It's for the Flinx week thing. Because, there's only so much of us. I mean, many. Wrong, much means like something else, but like, there's only so many of us, and someone got to participate. I am the Flinx quote unquote ambassador, self proclaimed. So, of course, I have to participate. But don't worry, if like anyone who or you or whoever is ordered a commission out of support, which thank you for that. Really, I really appreciate that. I have worked on them. I have worked on like I'm already like doing the sketches. I just haven't finished them, and I plan to send the sketches first to these people before I can finish them, because not everyone asks for a scap commission, so there's like revisions and such. So I will send them when I'm finished with all the sketches, so I can get them done immediately on the same day, or not the same day, same sitting at most, like finishing all the commission all at once. So everyone been so helpful to me. Usually with commissions, I don't prioritize them. It's in my TOS because I work a day job. I teach and I have to like do administrations. So doing commissions and stuff is like the least I prioritize about. It's in my TOS. But this is a special case, so I'm just gonna, okay, I have to finish this as fast as possible. Everyone has been very nice. I have to do at least some good thing. But thank you a lot. Like, it's been very helpful to me. But yeah, I kind of forgot where I was before. But yeah, I mean, in regards to movies and gore and stuff, I'm not a big fan. I have, not in the sense that it's bad. I like it when people tell me the story. You know, I just don't like watching it for myself. I don't like it when something shocking happened and then the noise got like the sound, the music got silent, and then suddenly like the violins get like slower and slower, and then suddenly boom, jump scare. I don't like those things. When I was a kid, I was like, I got jump scared by my late dad a lot. When I was watching a movie that formed like a fear of jump scares. Like I am the wuss that is afraid of playing Five Nights at Freddy's. Not because I'm afraid of the animatronics. I just don't like being shocked. They do. I think it kind of redefined horror as a genre as a whole. Not everyone think, well, horror needs to have jump scares in it, which it doesn't have to be that way, you know? Horror can just be the little implications and you realizing it a little too late, you know? Like this slow burn horror, but then again, I know they don't really, people nowadays don't really have the attention span for that, so that's okay, that's fine. It's just my personal preferences of all things. But yeah, that's how it is with my thing with horror. Horror versus terror. The clown. Was it the name? The Terrifier. It. Yeah, the clown. I'm not afraid of clowns. I used to be afraid of clowns. But not because I was afraid of clowns. It was because uh I'm just kind of trauma dumping now, but that's okay. I'm having fun. When I was a kid, when I was like 6 years old or something, my parents celebrated by like inviting our neighbors over for our party, right? And one of the one of the attractions at the time was to get a clown or two clowns, actually two clowns, and the other kids were like, I was following them along, and the other kids was like scaring each other into like, oh, the clown's gonna get you, the clown's gonna get you. Surprisingly, it's not the clown itself that scared me, it's the attention they gave that scared me. Like, I was a very antisocial, I won't say antisocial, I was a very asocial child. I was shy of everything. I don't like it when I'm in the middle of any attention ever. Like, when people, like everyone in the room, pay attention to me specifically, I don't like that. So that clown, because again, I'm the party girl, I'm the birthday girl at the time, of course, obviously, is gonna give me attention, right? And I didn't like that. And then I associate that with fear. And then I didn't like clowns. Not because I'm afraid of clowns, I just don't like the shame it reminded me of. So it's like, personally, I'm not afraid of clowns because like they're scary. I just don't like that it's associated with a memory I had when I was a kid, where I was like thrown in this attention that I didn't want, and that uh annoyance, I guess, I don't know, uncomfortable feeling becomes fear. But I'm not afraid of clown itself. I just don't like, oh, they're gonna bring attention to me now. Oh no, I'm interacting with this guy in makeup. They're gonna People are gonna look at me and like they're gonna look at me weird. It's just a thing. It's like a thing. People have different sources and reasoning behind their like traumatic experiences. I just had the silly one because I was asocial. I don't like to be in the center of any attention. And when I was given that, I immediately like scared, scared of like, oh, I'm gonna be laughed at for the rest of my life. He's like, when I was a kid, it felt like you are like caught in the middle of like the hallways full of people with your pants down. That's what it feels like to me. But that was before. That was back when I was a kid. Nowadays, I just you know, uh, I'd say nowadays it's like more so. Well, I cope with it a little better. Like, yeah, I mean, you grow older and wiser, I guess. So I don't really have that same fear as I used to. But yeah, I do look at your Twitter sometimes when nothing new on Twitter is posted. Aw, uh, I appreciate that. Thank you for your support. I don't know which Twitter you're looking at because I have two of them. But whichever it is, I really appreciate that, and I thank you very much for that. Hold on, sorry. I need to log in Twitter on my new phone. It's way cheaper than my old phone that I lost, but it's useful all the same. So I really appreciate it. It's thanks to your help that I could get a new one immediately for work because that's how it is with work nowadays. Phone is like part of your life now. It's not even like a luxury item anymore. What's the authenticator app? The one with a lot of turtle. Yeah. Ah, okay. My turtles. Oh, man, I feel so guilty. I haven't posted a lot of things or anything at all on that account. I'm sorry. There is an animation again that is still a work in progress to this day because I don't have time to make them. Oh, I didn't have the free time I used to have, when I was in college. Because at least when I was in college, I could have just like I'm gonna avoid doing my assignment by making this animation. Now I can't because my salary is on the line. But I'm glad that you still visit now and again. I heard lots of Tartali artists are now kind of retiring, as in like they delete their accounts. Neptune's account is gone. She was they were one of the OGs and they're gone, so that's sad. And I kind of wish that wasn't the case. Oh shoot, I forgot which email this that was in. But yeah, I'm glad you still. Don't worry, I still love like Tartali as much as I used to. I just don't have the time to make them. Animation takes so long for some reason. Why do they take so long? Don't overwork yourself, please. Thank you for your concern. Thank you very much for your concern. I really appreciate it. Self-help is built when overworking and burning out. Yes. The thing is, you know, when I'm overworking with work in general, like, my actual day job, that feels like torture. But if I do it with the things that I like doing, it's all worth it in the end, you know? I love doing the things that I love, which is contributing to the communities I'm in. Even if it's like at the risk of me not sleeping or the risk of me like, ah man, I spent forever working making this. But seeing people's reaction and people's appreciation towards it makes it feel worth it to me. Like, if money doesn't matter, I would just like hide, retire into the woods, and just draw for my communities forever. Because that's what I like doing. I really like contributing to my communities. Don't forget about your own health. Yeah, I appreciate the concern. Thank you. But it's really what makes me happy, you know? Making art for the for the crowd of people that care about my stuff. I like that. Like that's something that I really want to do since I was a kid. I always wanted to like you know earn from that. As in I draw from my communities and that's it, you know? But yeah, you know how it is with the current economy and I'm not very editing heavy as many YouTubers and all that. So, um yeah, just do whatever in my own pace. I wonder which email this is. I kind of forgot. Oh, this is not it. I forgot which email I log in this from. Log in with username, I guess. Yeah, that'll help. So, mm-hmm. Okay, another authenticator app. It's a it's a good thing this one phone is fine because all the authenticator stuff is in here. Um, let's see. Okay. Okay. I got it back in. Nice. I already set an alarm for tomorrow so I can wake up. But yeah. I've been in the fandom long enough to not care people's opinion. It's just easier without people whispering to your ears because that's not her business to care. Who drawn in past dramas and blind. Don't learn how you can make your own fandom by not seeking or engaging in trouble. See, like I'm seeing these fake postings. Like, what happened? I in the Sonic fandom. It's why I don't like. I'm kind of afraid of posting anything a little bit because are the Sylvace community having an infighting? What's happening? Like, why are we fighting amongst ourselves? Like, I thought we were a community. Whatever. I hope Flinx doesn't end up this way. Tartali is at least very civil. Tartali has always been civil for the past 4 or 5 years. That is something that I can appreciate 100% from Tartali's fandom. Like, there's barely any infighting. The only fights we get is the opposite lane and other people who ships Chad or Zhongli with someone else. But other than that, we don't really have fight amongst ourselves. Like I think the latest one was like years ago. So it's like it's very very peaceful. Like the most you can have is like side eyeing people who doesn't know how to attack properly, but that's it. You know, other than that, we're kind of like we share the same brain cells all the time. I can appreciate totally for that. I just hope the Flinks fandom, we are very small, but I hope we don't end up like having infightings or whatever. I think I understand though in like the Sonic fandom side of things. I do find it very weird that they are very insistent on ships needing to be canon, you know? Like, I do find that very weird. Maybe I'm just like, kind of used to having ships that are not canon. That, if anything, if it's canon, it's like, great, uh, cool. And if it's not canon, it's like, great, cool, I can just make my own stuff. But Sonic fandom always has that insistence of needing confirmation from some fuck all writer. Hey, is this like a thing? Like you can't ship this because the author said so. Like a baby. Like, oh, I can't. You can't ship this because my mom said you're not allowed to. That's so stupid to me. I think we have a problem with it. It comes to fans, not Flame specifically. True. Yes. Real. I always separate the two. Like people who are a fan of the show itself and the people who are mostly ship centered. You know, those are two completely different fandoms to me. Same thing with how Genshin fandom is. Like there are people who are a fan of the game, and there are people who doesn't give a fuck or care about the game anymore, but still is within the ship fan base. That's me. You know, I don't play the game anymore, but I'm still with the people. I'm still with the community. So those are two completely different things to me. So yeah, hopefully with Flinx, nothing of the sorts like the inter fighting, like a Flinx fan and a Flinx fan fighting or whatever happen. We're small anyway. I hope nothing of the sorts happen. Tartali is a huge fan base, like huge, huge. I think there's been invitings, but it's like mostly like regional thing, not really like internationally. Like we're not beefing with the Chinese fans or we're not beefing with the Philippine fans, you know? So nothing of the sorts, at least internationally. But we at most are civil. There's like 10 of us max, so yeah, I know. Yeah, I mean again, because we're so small, I hope we can like avoid that happening because the thing is with Sonic fandom, I have been observing it. I don't participate in it and I don't fully support it personally, but I don't like it when they keep tagging voice actors. Like, can you like give us fan service like so we know this ship is canon or like we have official people quote unquote backing us up? I think that's so pathetic. I think that is so insecure. Like I say this as someone who ships the ship, you know? But like seeking validation from like the ex creators or whatever just so your ship is more valid than others is stupid. It's dumb. It's like you can't think for yourselves. You have to have some validation from some huge corporal people. Gosh, dude. Like, and I say this as someone who ships it too. But like, do you have to do that? Like, are you not embarrassing yourself? Because I feel embarrassed if a creator or whatever notice me. You know? Because oh no, you see my art. No, this was supposed to be inside joke for like 5 people that care about my work. No, but I appreciate it if that do happen. I know Pete Capella notices my silver art. Great. I feel like very awkward, but thanks. You know, I know Mr. Roger Craig Smith, the voice actor of Sonic, signed my art before. Great. Please don't notice anything more. You literally threaten me. Well, not really threaten. I'd say more so you bother them. You know, you obviously the VAs would comply because they need work, right? Duh. They need the job, right? Yeah, so it just feels like it's not genuine for me. You know, like with this, the VA ship it too. I mean, unless you're Dante Basco, that actually was part of the writing process during the creation of Avatar, and it's just the voice actors saying that so they can more get more clout and get more jobs. I just whatever, you know. Because that's what I respect from the voice actor of Zuko, right? Because he was a shipper and he was like part of the decision of why Zuko needs to be redeemed and why Zutara was an option before with Aang and stuff. I respect that he was part of the team technically. But VAs most of the time are not part of the production team. They're just there to voice. They don't know much about what the game was about or what the show or movie was about. They're just there to voice. I'm still playing, but I have a friend who helps me grind. Genshin doing the same hidden ship when it's Sandron. It's not even a hidden ship. It's front and center. It's forced to you. The audience is forced to ship it. Why am I saying it's forced? Have you seen Tartali did the same thing? No, dude. Tartali did not have a huge interaction. They only interacted like twice the entire game. The fans carried the whole thing. It was the fans that made the ship most popular for the past 3-4 years. The game didn't do shit. They only tried to emulate the success, which isn't working, by the way. Because again, you can't mimic the what the fans create out of love with I don't know, some fucking collabs with KFC or whatever. Like, that's not genuine love to me. To me, genuine love is that you keep the ship afloat because of sheer fucking will. This is something that happened with BB Ray in Teen Titans. That ship is not canon. That was never a canon ship, and I'm not saying this as a jab or anything. If anything, it's more of a respect because the fans kept it going for so long that it became canon somewhere else. To me, that's fandom dedication. When the company does it for no reason, that doesn't feel genuine to me. That feels corporate. That feels, oh, you're just like, I hate to say this word, but that's what it feels to me. But it feels like industry plant. You're just planting that shit, so people ship it by default. You don't have to worry about the other ships because, well, these characters are not made to interact with anyone else but each other. Like, have you seen these characters interacting with each other but themselves? Like, most of the time, it's just the traveler, or maybe this one other person that is only like barely spoken with. But most of the time, they're always together, right? Yeah, that's because they're forced to be together to avoid any other ship conflicts. It's very premeditated. The company wants you to ship them, and they want to give us less quote unquote canonical competition as possible. If there's no ship wars, it's more easy to control. See? So I never liked that. I hated that actually because it shipping doesn't feel genuine anymore. No, it's like a corpo marketing tactic. I don't like that. Cactus juice is the quinches. Hey, shout out to Avatar. Isn't it based on books though? Like the books? What is Avatar? One doesn't choose the ship, the ship chooses us. Yes. I don't know if it's like with people a thing that was with me or other people or just maybe it's just me. But liking a ship to me is like loving no, it's like falling in love at first sight. The mythical falling in love at first sight. Like it doesn't because oh, you know, the ship is canon or it's like it has the most fan service, so I'm just gonna ride on it until people forgot about it and I'm gonna leave. No, it literally becomes a part of me on my daily basis. Before I sleep, I think of them. Before I draw, I think of them. Before I do this, I think of them all the time. It is the mythical fall in love at first sight. Like it's just sudden. You don't expect it to happen, but it does. You start to like the ship. It was just a casual thing at first, and then you can't stop thinking about them. You see them in every meme post that pass by. You keep drawing them. You keep imagining them. You keep dreaming about them. Oh yeah, the Avatar. Yeah. The Avatar. I think books is like more so their season. How they stylize the season, like season 1, season 2. Instead, it's like book 1, book 2, something like that. But yeah, I'm not saying that you can't ship it. Oh, you can't ship the corporate ship. No, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying Tartali was not that. Tartali was never that. It was never intended to be a ship from the first place. They were not the quote unquote corporate ship or whatever. Nah, we created ourselves. They were not the first industry planted or corporate mandated ship because they only interacted twice in the game. And they never talk ever for the past 5 years. High Cafe got interaction every year. So they're not. It was purely fan power. That was I don't like it. I don't like Tatali being dismissed as that because I was there. I was there in the trenches. I was there when other shippers keep scare tacting everyone to think this ship is like literally has nothing going on. Why are you still shipping it? Why are you not moving to this other ship? Why not just move to with like High Cafe? Why not go with Vylet? We're literally getting friend service every year. Everyone I know got FOMO'd and they moved ships. They immediately left us in the dust. I was there. I was there when we were bullied by other ships that got more crumbs or whatever by Hoyo. And yeah, calling Tartali the first ever government mandated ship is an insult. Hello. Welcome back. It's like an insult to me because I was there. I was there when people from Tartali fandom was bullied off because we still cling on to Tartali for years. Like, Hoyo is fucking nuts for cultivating this idea that to ship is to like to change like to ship is to basically own an iPhone. Every time there is a new ship or version come out, you have to replace it immediately for the hype. And I hate that. I hate that so much. Like, I was there the whole time. I got friends. Like I lost some like fandom friends over it because they were scared. They lost money because they still like make Tartali merch. They got scared off by some other shippers at a time to create merch for their ship instead, so it gets more money because they're more relevant. Happened multiple times before. We're not even counting the China one, the China events. I got like actively uh sabotage every time I announce it, which is why I never really shared anything about those events anymore. Because the moment I did, I put target on their backs, and they got like calls from like people and like canceling stuff, like threatened to threaten to take them down because they promote homosexuality and stuff. And it's not because they actually are homophobic. I don't think it's more so because they don't like the ship. They hate that this ship that has nothing, absolutely fucking nothing, like but it's still popular. It still has the greatest artists in Genshin involved in it, and but like it's more popular than the ship that gets more attention by Hoyo. So it's like, we exist out of sheer will, and I'm so glad we still do exist to this day. I really am. Like this community is so strong and supportive and solid, and there's barely any like controversy among each other. So it's like, oh. Fair, I just noticed there was some subtlety Tartali had. Yes, because Hoyo is using Tartali as a blueprint but won't acknowledge them at all. They know Tartali has succeeded. They've been reusing the same formula with other ships since then. But never Tartali again. Like they put like, let's just admit it. We all that was a Tartali 2.0. They stole a lot of things from tropes that you would see in like average Tartali fanfictions. And you can't say, oh, they will know. Like, Hoyoverse is the most non-grass touching company I've ever encountered in my entire life because they know their fandoms interactions. They know they were in the forums. They pay attention to the trending tags. They create stuff happen. Some controversies are happen for like on purpose by Hoyoverse themselves so they can gain more tractions, because people complain about this design, they get more clicks. They're one of those like clickbait companies, and it's like so annoying. Like they know that it will create controversy and they let it happen. They only take action when it gets like, outside of their control. When Tartali artists in China, some of them got harassed off, it was suspected that Hoyo was behind it because there was rumors that they were with High Cafe. They're trying to dethrone Tartali from being the number one Genshin ship at the time. Because yeah, statistically, if you follow the rankings, for the past 4 or 5 years, the number one ship in China, at least the Genshin ship in China, has always been Tartali. I think they got the throne lately, but again, it shows the sheer will of the fan base, like the sheer amount of love and everything. Hoyo doesn't like that because Tartali is outside of their control, so they've been trying to sabotage it a lot. Again, you could have like, you can just like dismiss my whole ramblings as, oh, you're just being paranoid for no reason. Please remember, this is the same company that supported Elon Musk and probably still does, and try to like arrange an event around Genshin and Elon Musk. Please remember that. Please remember they invest in crypto, and they had like they intend to like do a whole, I mean, they're a company that is actively using AI as we're talking. Not even like regular AI, I mean generative AI. They've been creating their own generative AI for the past years. First, remember that because I've been seeing like people who bootlick this company a lot. The boots can't be that delicious for you to keep licking it off because it is not worth it to defend this company. It is it is mind it is like it has the mindset of an incel from the very beginning because it was the whole company started because a couple of weebs created like a fan club in college and it became a video game company, and those weebs are still ruling they're still the big head, they're still the boss of the whole thing, of the company. That's why they have weird as hell decisions. That's why they always pay attention to like fandoms and such, even though you kind of don't need to do that. I mean, what like most people, it's like most companies they don't really like need to do that, right? But they do. They would like create fake hype. They would create fake they would like buy bots so like the post gets like traction, because I saw it myself. One of lots of their Facebook posts sometimes they would be filled with lots of bots in the comment section. I just know they paid for that because I tested it myself. And yeah, you get bots like that in the comments if you pay for one of those promotional thing that Facebook has. I forgot what it's called. Like it's part of the advertisement deal. You get a lot of bots in the comments after that. I mean, your post sure gets like thousands of likes and comments, but again, it's mostly just a bunch of bots saying, "Great, cool, nice work." I agree with you. Y'all are really to me. Yeah, I'm sorry. It's just I'm very passionate about the ships, and it's not just because I like shipping two characters together. No, I care about the community in it. You know, the people who contributed to the ship. I separate the ship from the overall community as a whole because it's a completely different community to me. People who are in the shipping fandom and people who are just like a fan of the game in general or show or movie or whatever, they're completely different people to me. They could be in the same Venn diagram, but like they're completely different people. So I always really care about the shipping community that I'm participated in. Very much so. I really care about them. So like when there's turmoil or there's conflict, I always feel like alienated because why? I thought we were like in this together. Why are we fighting about? I'll never understand why anyone would come to defense any multimillionaire company to me. Yeah, I know. I don't know either. I think it's more so again they only care about their own enjoyment. They don't like when things change to fit the local market or the when the company needs to improve. They don't like it when that happens. They feel threatened. They feel already well, I mean, it's already good as it is. I don't want it to improve ever. Because I'm seeing these like people, these bootlickers in the Facebook posts. They keep saying like, "Oh, nobody actually watches these doomer Genshin videos." I mean, it's literally made for people who doesn't play the game. Here's the thing, dude. I am agreeing with all of the points of the videos, and I was a player. I invested in this game. Sure, I don't whale, but I spent money on this game. Why can't I complain? Like I'm the customer here. I've been playing for years. I paid money to this game. And I can't complain unless I spend thousands. I think that's stupid, right? Right? Did anyone find that weird? Like, well, I mean, you didn't pay for the family McDonald's meal, so like you don't have the rights to complain that it got rat in the fucking Pepsi. So it's like, no, I spent money on this. Why can't I complain about it, even if I don't spend as much as a whaler? Isn't that stupid? Like, very weird. Like, well, what? What do you mean we gatekeep customers now? You can't complain even if you pay money. Like you didn't pay as much as this other guy though, so you can't complain. Like what? Weirdo. So it's like, yeah, no, actually. Since when did they put McDonald's in? What? Genshin? I think they had collabs before. Not like they had collabs with like multiple fast food and snacks and whatever. I think they did have a collab with McDonald's. Just I think it's like a China only thing. They also have one with Mostly KFC. But yeah, I'm very passionate about ships, and it's less so of like I just want two dolls to smoosh, but the community. I really really like the community, and yeah, community ship communities get bad rap, but I think if you actually do call out the bad person or the bad apples and distance yourself from them, and again, this basically like kind of like set a barrier, not a barrier, but like a boundary, or what you should do and should not tell other fellow new fans what we're all about. It can be very civil and fun, and a place where you can share ideas and show your dedication to the ships you're into. Why ships to me is because it's more focused, because with a franchise it's like a whole character. Sometimes you're not a big fan of all characters. I only like the two, three characters in them. you know? That's why I focus on just Flinx, because I'm not like, uh I've never been like, oh, like I'm the biggest fan on the planet. I like every character. No, I do have characters that I don't really give a fuck about. So, but yeah, that's my overall woes around shipping. I think I haven't finished the one about Sonic, but like, yeah, I've been noticing that the fandom has been like trying to get like validation from, again, the big corporate people or just the random VAs that got hired, and I think that's like, fandom isn't about who gets the most like validation from official people, is this a hot take? Because to me, fandom is just showing how much you love a ship, like how much would you dedicate yourself to like this love of a thing, and you get to share that with the world, and like that somehow influence other fellow fans to do the same thing, and you get to see this like group of people who are very much into the things that you are into, and that is the best feeling, I think. Like, it doesn't have to be like the company acknowledge the ship. I don't care what the company thinks. I just want to see if you got that custom plushies of your favorites, or what new art or fanfic you make about them. That's it. I don't care about what the company thinks. This is the behavior I have with Flinks. I don't care this is a one-off ship that is only in a show that literally just kind of got cancelled in the year 2006. I don't care. I don't care in the comics he's married to someone else. That is a different guy. Who cares? I don't. Personally, I don't. I know some other people likes all Wallies, all Wests. I just like the O3 version. I'm neutral, and as in I don't really pay attention to the other ones. It's same thing with Sonic, I'm a big fan of Sonic. I've been a big fan of Sonic since I was a kid. But I don't like all Sonics. I don't like Archie Sonic. I don't like Sonic the Comic Sonic. I don't like 8am Sonic. I just like the game Sonic. So it's like that. You don't need to like every versions of a thing. You can just like one thing and dedicate yourself to it. Oh. But yeah, this is just my opinion on things. I'm just very super passionate about shipping in general because I don't see it as just pairing two characters. I see it as community, like a community, not in the sense like oh, a group of people in the same having the same interest. No, a group of people that arrange small events, a group of people that sometimes do stuff for a good cause. Because Genshin fandom do that. Like they would like let's like do something for like charity and stuff, and I really appreciate that. You guys are great people. I really am lucky to be part of the Tartali community. I really am. Just today or yesterday, if you are in the Discord server, or maybe you saw the news on Twitter. I don't know if they share it over there, but if you see the news on Twitter and such, like they just like announced another event, live event, where like basically, they would like pay billboards and stuff. They would literally rent a billboard to celebrate the character's birthday, but with the ship art on it. Oh goodness gracious! Oh my god, these people are like so dedicated. I've never been so spoiled in my life. Just today, like just yesterday, I think it was basically they like every year there is a group dedicated to an event of a character's birthday called the Whale Dragon Feast, or the Whale Dragon Banquet, or the Jinlongyan, and they would just create events like they rent cafes, they rent a hotel or whatever, and this is where all fellow shippers can visit and like enjoy snacks that are totally themed, like cupcakes themed after child or Zhongli or whoever's birthday it is. Like, and it's like not like a fan incentive to, like it's not like a one character fan thing, but like the shippers are genuinely big fans of the two characters. Not just like, oh, this is specifically for Zhongli and so only Zhongli is shown. No, they're big fans of them as a pair. So even if it's Zhongli's birthday, Child is in there. Even if it's like a Child's birthday, Zhongli is in there. Oh hi, yeah, take care. Thank you for stopping by. Um, thank you. Yeah, totally rules 100%. I hope you're having a nice day today. Spend your weekend the most. Hope you're having a nice day. Stay safe. But again, with totally, it's like there. This is what makes it different for me. Like this totally is what makes it even more clear to me. There is difference between people who are a big fan of one character that just happen to ship them with everyone, and one fan that is a big fan of a character as a pair. You know, people who are a big fan of Jinx doesn't necessarily always ship Flinx. Kind of like that. Like people who are a big fan of Jinx doesn't necessarily are a big fan of Flinx. It's kind of like they're like completely different communities. Someone just it's the same thing as like someone who like probably is a big fan of Jason Todd, maybe, sure, whatever, as a character, just one character. But that guy is different from this other guy who is a big fan of Jason Todd, but is paired with someone else. Those are two completely different communities. Sure, they're like in a Venn diagram. Like maybe they're like there is like similarities, or like they coincide with each other, but they're not part of the same communities. Those are completely different people. Why do I say this? Because Tartali kind of proves to me that there is like people, even people who are a big fan of Zhongli or Child, like solo fans, those people, there's history of them trying to sabotage our event. Because, surprise, surprise, not every Child fans is a Tartali shipper. Not every Zhongli fans is a Tartali shipper. Some of them even hate that ship, and they don't like it when their favorite character is associated with that ship. They've been trying to sabotage that for a while now. I think the worst was in 2024, where one of the Child fans tried, and I think, well, I don't know if they succeeded or not, but they tried to report an artist to the government for quote unquote supporting homosexuality, which is, it's like illegal in China. And well, I think the artist is not going to jail or anything, but it did scare them off to deactivation. So It's like those are completely different fan bases to me. It's same thing with like people. That's why I don't stop in like as a Flinx shipper. I don't go to the Fling. I don't go to the Jinx only area. I don't go to the Wally West only area, because those people don't share the same interest in me. They only care about one character, and I care about both of them at the same time. So it's like, yeah, it's like a different community altogether, and that's why I really like Totally really showed me that, like even if you're a fan of like a character, you don't necessarily always like the ship that the character is associated with. So they are completely different communities. There are people who likes them both as a pair, and one only likes one character out of the two pair, and the other one that is more extreme, one character of the two pair, and they hate the ship. So yeah, that's why I distance myself from Jinx only fans or Wally West only fans, because those people probably don't like the things that I like, which is Flinx. And I only like Flinx as a pair, as a duo. I don't separate them. They're a same deal package to me. You can't get one until you get the other one kind of deal. But I don't make the like it's like just it's like them together, or like being shippy and that's it. No, the ship what me how I ship is like I also deconstruct the character that way through their relationship and how other perceive them or whatever. That is how I deconstruct them as characters. Oh, like Jinx is like this. What about if I have her interact like that with this person? And how would Wally West react to that? Something like that. It's like it's bounce off each other. It's kind of like that. So I really very much so I very much so like personally won't doesn't want to be associated with people who are just one fan of one character. I'm a fan of both of them at the same time. I don't love one over the other. They're the same to me. Like they are a bonded pair. They are literally that one gif of SpongeBob and Squidward being like having the same heart, like that one. We are like brothers, only closer. They're like that. All my ships are like that. Like not brothers, but like they're one heart and the same. I can't separate the two. I can't make an AU where, oh, what if this guy ends up with someone else? I can't do that. I can't separate them like that. They're a bonded pair. I can't do that. I used to be only with Jinx before, then I just complain. Now I think of Wally every time I do Jinx and vice versa. Yeah, that's something that I mean, I do that by default. But yeah, you made me a fan. Great. Great. You got to see my insanity unfolding. You can already tell, but how I'm very passionate about a ship. Very, very passionate about it. Like, people like to see side-eye shippers as someone like, oh, you just like this ship just because of the whatever. But there's more to it. I use ship as a way to understand these characters. And it made me like, again, I think it's tied in with the whole thing where I really, really like it. I really am a very emotional liker, so I really like it how do we deconstruct this character with with interaction with this other character, even if it never happened, even if it's all in my head. But at the same time, it made like in the process of doing that, I unintentionally gave both of them justice. Like, okay, a scenario where maybe Jinx will insecure. How do I make both of them come up the best in this situation? Not just poor Jinx, she needs help and she becomes the best character ever. No, they both have to come on top. Both of them. If one of them have a problem, both of them overcome them together. I really like that because not only, again, it gave strength to the character that had the problems initially, it also kind of boosts the other character too. As in, like, oh wow, like I really like this. I really like it. when I make an art or whatever, it makes people see or at least get why I like the ship. I get it, like people get it now because I don't like it when usually solo fans do this. I'm not generalizing, but it's very common. Like when they make like self-insert fanfic or they make like stuff that is centered on one character. It's just I just really like my Pookie to suffer. Like they really want to make this character suffer or like oh they're sad and lonely and that's why I'm a big fan of them because I protect them or whatever. I don't do that. If I want to make the character sad, it has to have a purpose. Does it have a character development later on? Does it have like does it how does this make the character look? Do I just make them suffer for no reason? Or do I just kind of like trying to make a point or whatever? Like if it has nothing, then I don't do it. I don't do this thing where I'm just gonna make them suffer because I like seeing this character suffer. I don't like that. Because when a character suffer, everyone has to suffer too. It's not just this character that carries the baggage. Everyone else does. The people, the characters that care about this one character has to feel bad too. Because they're not alone in this universe. There's other characters that care about them too. How would they react to it? Etc. 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 So like at the same time of me drawing this character in these states, I also like see, oh wow, how would this other character react to it? How would this other character react to it? Can they emerge better people out of this? So everything needs to have a purpose. I don't like suffering them for no reason. But yeah, that's back to the topic again. This is why I really very much so care about like the ship, like I'm when I say, if people say are you a Jinx fan or a Kid Flash fan, I say I'm a Flinx fan. I like them as a pair. I like because I like them as a pair, I like them as individuals too, but I don't want to be associated with a community that has like only a fan of one character. Because I don't know, this is just a me thing, right? But I always see it as like, oh, you only like this, like, imagine cooking, imagine creating a food, right? Imagine you cooking with your whole heart, you put your everything into it, you made fried rice, and there's like the eggs, the meat, a little fresh veggies on the side, and you serve it to the people. Some people would eat the whole thing, leave the plate clean. I appreciate that. Some other people would only eat the rice and left the egg because they don't care about the egg. They don't like the egg. They only like the rice. But you already cooked the egg. I mean, you already spent time on the food, like the whole thing. So it's like having, when you're like, again, you already made something and then they only eat half of it. That doesn't really feel good, does it? That's how I perceive it, really. Like if you like him, please finish the whole plate. Please like both of them. I don't like it if you just come here and just like, I kind of don't give a fuck about this ship, but I like how you draw Jinx or Wally. But like, okay, I kind of would have like much like it if you like both of them. I mean, some people probably doesn't take offense to that, right? Maybe they are fine with it, but I'm not. I like both of them. I would love it if you appreciate them as much as I do. And I'm not saying that you have to be a fan of both to like my art. It's just that, again, if you want to be a part of this community, I would expect you to like both of them equally. I would expect you to finish that plate. Maybe I'm just weird. Maybe this is just a weird thing that I have. where's the line goes again? This. I think I need to like turn on the ruler a bit because I'm kind of losing the perspective. Teach me your ways. My ways to what? So yeah, that's how it is with me. I'm just kind of very weird like that. Like, sorry, you know, I care about two of them at the same time and not one of them. And I feel insulted when only people only like one of them. I cook, like I cooked this steak and salad, and you only eat the steak. Like, you know, I already picked the freshest veggies, and you didn't eat them. That's how it feels to me. So how I do it is like I just be with among the people who appreciates both of them, which is the Flinx community. That's why I don't associate myself with like the overall general Teen Titans All 3 fans, because not I know not everyone likes the ship. That's why I'm only saying that I'm a Flinx fan. I'm not a Teen Titans All 3 fan. I'm not a Jinx fan. I'm not a Wally West fan. I'm a Flinx fan. It's very odd, yes, but it is like something that I learned from when I was in Genshin fandom long ago. Like, I don't associate myself with child fans. I don't associate myself with Zhongli fans. I am a Tartali fan. Ah, uh, how do I? Okay, I think this is wrong. This is not true. This is not correct. Maybe it needs to be there, but the perspective's all wonky. Hold on. Oh, I see. Yeah, I think I can just do that. Um, yeah. This is most likely better, I guess. Uh, to me, I say more like I made a pizza with cheese and tomatoes because it's delicious, and you take them all the tomatoes to eat them separately from the pizza. Yeah, that works too. Like people only like yeah, you know, um, like literally the best parts is eating them together, and then you took the rest of them off. It's like again eating a burger and then taking off the cheese. It wouldn't be a cheeseburger if you only eat the burger if you remove the cheese. So it's like that to me, you know. Shipping is like that to me. Just me though. Not that I'm forcing anyone else to be like me. No. People can do whatever they want. But just remember that people ships and like do shipping or character liking differently from each other. And I choose to be among the people who aren't too different from me. That's simple. Because, you know, if I don't, I would just be clashing ideas all the time. There's less clashing of ideas if it's like among people who already share the same interests from the first place. But yeah, you know, so Tatali kind of taught me that basically like you can't even trust people who are big fans of the characters, like as individuals. They try to sabotage us a lot of times as shippers. just because they don't like the ship. They only like one character, and they don't like it when that one character share their fame or their share the same amount of love with other characters. That's a thing, by the way. Like, some people legitimately got mad that their favorite got overshadowed, quote unquote, by other characters. They think it's overshadowing. What Tartali fans or most shippers does, people who are like, you know, I'm fandoms that I'm in, we're not trying to overshadow the characters or whatever. We want to share the same love. Like, they both get the love, they both get the attention. But of course, to some people, like, little say sharing attentions mean no attention at all. So, sure, whatever. But yeah, that's like it. Basically, like, Tartali made me like an even more mono shipper than I already was. Again, mono shipper gets lots of flack, lots of them, because just because we only prefer one ship and do not want to discuss any other ship that associate with the characters. But again, you can't, like, if I'm allergic to milk, you can't force me to drink milk. I never understand why you don't just leave. Like, why pollute the shipping air with your hate? Yeah, yeah. I don't know about other fandoms, but if in for the past years I'm in Tartali, it's precisely to ruin people's mental health. Like, it's purposely trying to break everyone's spirit. The more you spread hate, the more you try to, like, demean them and disregard them and basically try to, like, sabotage and all, the more obviously it would, like, affect their mental health, right? It would obviously affect, oh fuck, like, I'm in this community and I'm not getting this, like, bullshit. I keep getting hate. I keep getting, like, saying, like, this ship is bad or, like, being scared off. Like, it would break the spirit of the fans that is in it. And the fans leaving is their victory. That's why. I don't know about other fandoms, but that's how it is with fandoms that are in China. They would just do that. They would just harass you until you leave the fandom. They're trying to scare you off. So there's no, like, powerhouses anymore in the fandom. Like, it's evil. It's evil as hell. It's very evil. Maybe it's not like that in other places, but for years that I've been totally fandom, that's their point. It's to demotivate everyone. Like, oh great, now this place is, like, full of negativity. Why even bother? Like, it's just hurting the artists or the writers, right? Like, whatever. So, like, obviously lots of artists and writers left. I mean, they fucking rejoice over that. It's not just left, but some of them are, like, very fucking evil. They would just straight up manipulate or lie to the creators so they can, like, make the creators side with them. Like, it's so ridiculous. Like, again, they don't want to share the love. This is something that happens with, like, solo fans, and that's why I always side-eyed them. It's the effect of that, but it's the effect of that trauma, basically. But these people would then tell them, actually, we're just using an example here. The fans of, like, Zhongli isn't that bad. We're not that toxic. We're not that judgmental. You can just be our artist instead. And this sometimes work. Those artists that used to only draw ship art of Tatali immediately stop drawing child now. They only just draw for Zhongli and immediately becomes part of that community. It's evil shit like that. I don't like that. It's like, again, purposely trying to create a rift between each other so they can take our writers and artists away, and that's how they can create their own events. It's like, ugh, so evil. It's so evil, and it's why I'm so wary of people who are like, like, only a big fan of Jinx or Kid Flash, because, oh no, you're not, like, trying to take our artists, right? We're so few in between. what are they? High school bullies? Yes, but they're more vicious because they would call the government on you, and they already did. They already did. They will call the government, and it scared the artists and writers off so bad they left the fandom. Again, they're trying to create this rift between us as a community because they're jealous. They want our artists, they want our writers. And this is something that only happened in Tartary fandom. I don't know about other fandoms. But again, Tartary is like one of the most unified community I've been in and I'm currently still in. So like when I see this, I feel hurt as well, you know, like it's not just that one artist to me that was harmed and was shoot off. I felt sad too. Everyone does. Everyone in the community felt lost too and enraged on their behalf, obviously. So yeah, I don't know if that's the case with other shippers or other fan shippers or ship fandoms, but the one I experienced is like that. I mean, I think it's not as vicious as it is, but it still does happen. Like I know, like in Sylvie's fandom, they just don't like it when Blaze is associated with Silver at all, and they always bring up these bullshit opinion that is like, oh, you know, they always make her like the sidekick, but these people would like shut the fuck up when it's like with Sonic instead. So you can tell this is like, oh, this is you're just saying this shit because you hate this Sylvace. You just like Sone's more, and you're more fine with Sonic than it is with Silver because he's someone else. And yeah, I see the same thing, but it's like it's not as calculative as the Chinese fan base or Asian fan base because they usually do that. They would demean artists and such so they can break their spirits and maybe like 50 chance they can turn them into their fandom instead. And that's why I now very much I know this is like a very foreign concept maybe, but this is why I always deem fans who only like one character separate from a shipper. You can be a Kid Flash fan. You can be a Jinx fan only. But I would not want to be associated with you unless you ship them together. I don't trust you. Sorry, like if you only like Jinx and the High Five, I don't trust you. If you only like Wally West and you only follow the comic iteration, I don't trust you. I only trust people who ships them. Sorry. It's rooted in those bad experiences. I'm sorry. But yeah, that's just my it's just a thing that I experience. Of course, obviously my experience isn't universal. This is just a thing that happened to me, and so to avoid the potential problems, I would just put a very high boundary, a very uh, tight knit community, uh, a very safe. I mean, it's more safe for me personally. uh, should oh I mean, in this way, also, it's like much more easy to know whoever is part of the real community, you know, and not just here just because oh, you know, I only like the cheese in the pizza you made, and you don't like the rest of them. Off topic, I like how smitten things look here. Yeah, this is reference from the comic panel in issue 52. Except this one, Billy Numerous isn't ruining their date, maybe, or not yet, maybe. And Kid Flash doesn't lose his powers, because of the random kid. I forgot his name already. That uses like this amulet or whatever to to steal everyone's powers. The good ending, I guess you can say. I think it's curved. Let me just. It's a reference to the comic. This is the one comic issue that actually shows them as a couple and not make it like a gag. The H dial, yeah, the thing. The one comic issue where they actually show them as a couple and not like a gag. I mean, before issue 53, that is. Because the previous, their debut, they're shown as a gag, right? Like, the jealous girlfriend, and that never fucking happened again. They learned their lesson. Or I guess in the universe, Wally learned his lesson. He actually listened. Wow, contextually in universe, I always frame them as, oh, he actually cares about how Jinx felt about the whole thing and didn't just stop doing that. Or and maybe again, uh, Jinx finally maybe see where Kid Flash is coming from. Again, them being a superhero and all, you kind of have to be charismatic and charming. That makes sense, obviously, and become a little bit more tolerable about that. So, like, isn't that a great thing? Again, I said this in the server, basically, that Flinx to me is like very. They kind of proved me wrong on canon ships in general, because they're kind of the only ships I like that is canon. Like, most of my ships that I'm into, and this is why I don't really like subscribe to this idea that, oh, you have to ask the creators if the ship was intentional or not type bullshit that like lots of normies like to do. But because most of my ships aren't canon anyway, so like I don't concern myself with that. I never concern myself with that. So when Flinx is like the one ship that is canon, and actually proved me wrong on one thing, that I always thought that when ship got canon, it becomes boring. That's what Masashi Kishimoto does to all the hetero ship that got canonized in Naruto. Everyone is a housewife. Everyone is like a naggy mom or whatever kind of character, even though those women were originally warriors themselves. They're just reduced to being housewives now, or like the scary mom trope. So it's like, that's disappointing to me, and since then I kind of been like, kind of not looking forward my ship becoming canon. And this isn't the only time this happened. It's not like a Naruto thing either. It's very common in lots of media to do that. So I just don't like that. And I'm kind of glad that, again, Flinx's existence kind of proved me wrong. That that's canon doesn't necessarily become boring after their canon. Their story isn't necessarily all over after the kiss or the confession. There's still life happening. You know? And usually with like lots of narratives also in like, especially in Hollywood, they always try to separate the two together, the two couples, but it's always because of some bullshit reason, like misunderstandings or miscommunications, which can be fun tropes as they are, but like it can only go so far, right? Like, how far are you in like misunderstandings and uh whatever, if like, again, these characters are already dating, how come they're not like again, it's like so weird to me. So I really like that Flinx doesn't really do that. Like, they don't like, they probably were, but it doesn't become a thing. It doesn't become like a running joke with their relationship. Kid Flash just doesn't become like super flirty again. Probably because they settled that off screen. I like that shit. There's a man. again, I don't like those stuff, and I think this is what made like romance or whatever in media so stigmatized, because people are like always shove these stupid misunderstanding plot that like that is usually not resolved at all, or barely ever resolved, or like forgiven, or maybe like not worth forgiving or whatever. Like it's like not satisfying, I guess. So I'm glad, Flink's kind of ruined my expectations of those type of relationships and such. As in, like the canon ships are kind of boring and always, oh, it's just about the directors or whatever not knowing how to break them apart, so they create this bullshit story to break them. I'm glad this ship doesn't have that, and maybe it's because they're so minor in the overall, the overall like series. That's why they're safe from that. But because of it, we can do so much with it. Like, oh yeah, um, again, if you notice the comics, even like, yeah, Kid Flash has his own fault. He's kind of given personality that wasn't there in the show. And it's, I would say it's, I blame the Justice like Unlimited at the time, and maybe, I don't know, other comic versions that maybe the writers got influence of. Mostly male writers doesn't know how to write charming characters. They just make every charming guy flirty. It doesn't have to be a guy either. Every woman written by a man is always written like flirty, because that's what they think rizzing is. Like to have riz is to flirt, I guess. But yeah, again, it doesn't have to be that way. And I see like the again those little details, and I like creating my own scenarios with it. Like again, in the issue 34, it's like, oh, why is he like flirting with all these girls? In which even the Kid Flash was surprised, like again, in a sense that it's like, even he was confused. So there was like a maybe a miscommunication there. Maybe it's like he didn't see it as that at all. Again, but that's a thing that's not really like addressed again. It's just kind of resolved off screen. We can work with stuff like that. In my AU, this is where they have their break. This is where they have their falling off a bit. You know, and this is where they both realize they have their own mistakes on this thing. You've seen the Tumblr post I made. Everyone fucking mourned that. That was the saddest weekend the Flinx community has, because someone in the Tumblr ask want me to break both of them up. And you've already heard from me how I perceive ships, right? They're both as a unit. If one is in pain, they're one of the other one is also in pain. Like they share a heart, they're a bonded pair. So both of them suffers. Everyone around them also suffers because they're friends, they're family. It's a tie-in. So it's like, yeah, it's not just, oh, you want to see Wally hurt. No, you will see Jinx getting hurt too. I'm sorry, you asked for this. Yeah, you asked for this. You want. I want this. I want to see Jinx hurt. You will see Wally being hurt. You will see Wally feeling hurt too. So it's like it's a bonded pair thing. It's a destiny bond kind of thing with Pokemon. That's how it is with me writing ships. Like it's never just to one character to suffer. No, they come in a unit. They're both gonna suffer, and everyone else got to face the consequences of that. What's up? Hello, welcome back. I'm still here. Don't worry about it. I'm still like, I'm 30 minutes in. I think I'm gonna be like, maybe in like 30 minutes I will like shut off. I mean like as in like end the stream, because 3 hours is a bit too long, right? Sorry about that. But yeah, it's not even a work back then. Oh, Riz? Yeah, but there is a trope. I mean like a prompt to that, right? Like as in like we know what it is. It's just not called that. People who just a lot of it, people would just kind of mistaken people with charisma or like charm two people who are flirty, which are like, yeah, common mistakes, not gonna lie. But I wish people know the difference. Like, you don't have to be a flirt to be seen as charismatic, especially someone like a character in fictional media. Like, you know, being a flirt doesn't necessarily make you charismatic, and vice versa. Don't get all, but damn. Yeah, yeah, no, we were talking about uh the Flinx community and fandom as a whole, and how, to me personally, being a fan of a character doesn't necessarily make you part of the shipping community, because those are two completely different things to me. Like, people who only like, for example, you only like Superman. You're not necessarily a fan of, you know, not Superman. Let's go with someone else. Like, you being a fan of, yeah, Flinx, or like whatever, like being a fan of Kid Flash, yeah. You being a fan of Kid Flash doesn't necessarily mean you're part of the Flinx community, the shipping community, because not everyone likes Flinx. Like, to me, a shipping community is like, you have to like both of them at the same time. I know some other people who only like one character out of the two ships, but to me, it's genuinely feels like I made you food, I gave you veggies, fresh veggies, and like fresh meat, and you only eat the meat and left the veggies. You know, like, you don't eat the entire thing, even though I worked so hard on it. And I love both of them. I really like how it came out, and you don't eat everything. Like, it's like that to me. Or like, as Brick says it, it's like eating like a tomato and cheese pizza, and then removing the tomatoes. Like, okay, you know, even though they're great to have together, but you only eat like the one part. So it's like, do you not think about the chef or the people who work on it, who cooked it for you? Like, they already give you the best slices of tomatoes. They already gave you the best slices of veggies, and you only eat one part of it. You know, like, it's like that. It just doesn't feel very respectful to the shippers to me. They just me thing. Sure, I'm not saying you can't enjoy the content or the creative thing that the shippers made. It's just that if you want to be part of the community, if you want to be deemed as one of us, you have to like both of them. And I usually mingle with those shippers. That's why I don't claim myself as a Kid Flash fan or a Jinx fan. I am a Flinx fan though. Same thing with other ships as well. Like, I'm not I don't claim myself as a Silver the Hedgehog fan or a Blaze the Cat fan. I am a Sylvace fan. So there are completely different things to me. Okay, get what you mean. You got that thing with all the Blaze shit because I hate her. Yeah, again, right? So it's different, right? Like, people who only likes one character and people who ships them are two different communities. Like, maybe they intermingle. Some of the people are a big fan of the character and also the ships they're in, but they're not necessarily the same people. My phone is about to die. Bye. Hey, bye. Thank you for stopping by. Thank you for the support. I really appreciate it. Hope you're having a nice day. Hope you're having a nice weekend. Enjoy your last hours of Sunday. I only have like a couple of like hours. I think I'm gonna. Sorry. I think I'm gonna be a little bit late for this entry because it has backgrounds. But yeah, you know, they're not the same thing, because I know it's like a foreign concept to some people. That, you know, why can't you, like, you know, maybe to some people it's very weird. Like, why not you just, you know, why, for example, like, only like one thing or what have you, or maybe they just never had that problems where they're a big fan of a character but they're kind of neutral about the ships. Maybe they don't like being not included in the community. But here's the thing about being in the community is, again, you have to like both characters if you want to be part of the shipping community. I'm not personally a big fan of like people who like joins quote unquote a community but only want to see an art of one character. Again, it just very, If you want to do that, just like, I mean, yeah, you can do that, but I would prefer you not claiming to be part of us because you are not one of us. If you like Kid Flash more than Jinx, or vice versa, I don't see you as a fellow shipper. You're just a fan of Jinx. You're just a fan of Kid Flash. I don't know. Maybe it's a foreign concept to some, but me, being a shipper is liking both characters and showing them the exact amount of love, not one over the other. What's the items? All right. So yeah, I was just like talking about what ship stuff. But that's how it is with my experience with fandoms. Like I would just much prefer to be among the people or fan base that is like share the same interests as me, which is yeah, you both like Flinx as a ship. Uh, I appreciate that, people who are into them because sometimes like when you're like in a community, they're like not as enthusiastic of it because they only care about one character or whatever. I care about both, so So like when I got like those asks from Anon, like telling me like, man, why don't you just draw this other ship because it's like a popular, right? Like why are you pretending it doesn't exist? Well, for one, you answered your own question. That ship did not exist in the original show. I'm talking about Beast Boy and Raven. And number two, I don't draw to get popular. I draw so I can find other like-minded people. I don't do it because I want to be my art to be popular. I already went viral years ago with the Earthchan stuff. I don't want to be viral anymore. I don't want to be famous anymore. I just want to like meet people who actually cares about what I make. Like if you like Flinks too, great. That is exactly the people that I'm looking for. If I'm drawing stuff that I don't care about, and those people came into my page because of that, and they proceed to just follow me for that one concept or idea or whatever that I will never draw again ever, I just feel like I'm lying to them. Like I don't actually give a fuck about these characters. Why would I draw them? Or this ship. I just again. Artists draw for themselves. Insane concept. Exactly, right? Wow. Like not everyone is seeking the FYP page. I don't care. I'm happy there's other Fling shippers. I'm happy I get to see other fellow Sylvie shippers. Great. I don't care about being popular or not. I just wanna be hey, you guys like Sylvace, right? Yeah. You guys like Flings? Yeah. You guys like Tatali? Yeah. Cool. I don't need validation from bigger ships or whatever. Who cares? That's internet for you. Yeah, it's just very bizarre to me. And I'm glad that everyone else caught that too. Like, it was very weird, right? Like, that person assumed why I don't like the ship, which is because of the fandom. They're not wrong. But then immediately do the same thing they're accusing the fans are doing, which is basically forcing the ship to me and like again uh sharing a headcanon that is not real. Like, oh, it's obvious. Raven did that because he was jealous of Terra. No, it wasn't obvious because it wasn't the case at all. You just assume that because you're a shipper. And I'm not generalizing all shippers to be like this. I just personally I don't associate with these type of shippers who kind of denounce or telling other artists what to do just because their ship is like a thing, you know, or like they're the bigger ship. Like Tatali is the biggest Genshin ship, but I don't force others to draw them or whatever out of sheer weird obligation like that. It's just very weird to me. Like, you know, again, the sad truth is just because you ship the biggest ship doesn't mean everyone agrees with you. Yeah, people just sometimes just not a big fan of that ship, and that's fine. Just leave them alone. But yeah, I guess I'm just lucky that I do get my art on the FYP page, you know, because I know some other people aren't very lucky and they want those attention. But again, not all artists are seeking that. I'm not one of those people. I'm just lucky that I got it. Thank you, Dr. Sunshine. I appreciate the support. Sorry, someone commented on my IG. I need to comment. Where's the bow animation? Not the animation emoji. Bowing down. There it is. Who? Sinonome? Oh, I got like a lot of people following me. I don't know why though. Like, wow, I get like 2,000 followers for the past couple of days, which is crazy. Like, what are you guys doing here? I hope you're also a fellow Flinx shipper or to be Flinx shippers. I hope people perceive me as the Flinx or Sylvace or totally person and nothing more. No, I'm serious. I know some other people doesn't like that. I know some other artists are that aren't as lucky as I am. Are like that, or they in the sense that they're, you know, they want to be known for other like themselves rather than the things that they draw like that one time or twice, and I felt them. But please do not perceive me as a person. Please perceive me as an artist that draw Flinx and Datari and Sylvace. Ooh, oh, man, I really, really want to watch Jadugar. Just I haven't had the time yet. I haven't had a time for anything. Why Sonic and Fortnite? What is it gonna be like? Oh, really one of those. Real question, life or death situation. Vampires or werewolves? Hmm. Immortal pedophiles or dog pedophiles. Which vampire werewolf are we talking about? Are we talking about Twilight or just in general? Sorry. But yeah, if you guys have any questions or whatever, you can ask while I'm live, you know. But it depends, I guess. Vampires or werewolves? Death. Oh, wow. Ooh, that goes so hard. That goes so hard. Sorry, I just saw like a post on Facebook somewhere. You kinda killed me, not gonna lie. How? What did I do? Gotta go, take care. See ya, Cup Culture, Pop. Thanks, see ya, Pop. Thanks for stopping by. Hope you have a nice weekend. I'm almost done with this. I will, like, do it, finish it off screen later. Just a couple of minutes left. Just to round it up, round up numbers. Just 2 more minutes, maybe. Because, I intended to only stream for an hour. I end up with 3 because I yap a lot. I just do that. I just do that sometimes. But yeah, I'm just gonna round it up until 3 hours, and then we can end the stream. I really appreciate people stopping by and watching, though. Really, really, I really had fun with it. But yeah, you know, the reason why I keep streaming like every day, not every day, every week and such, is because I really want to increase the watch numbers because that is one of the requirements to get monetized. Like you have to have like a certain thousand of views. The quickest way to do that is to like create a video, like a pre-recorded video, and pray to algorithm gods out there that it like actually like became big or whatever. But that takes another effort. And also, I am not ready for the amount of criticism I will get than I want to get. Because at the end of the day, I just make stuff for fun. So, yeah. I do plan on doing like maybe like an actual video one day. It's just that again I'm very like conflicted in the sense that this is mostly my animation and art channel. I don't really do like commentary or what have you here. So it's like I'm still thinking about that. I have created like another completely separate channel just in case, you know, if I were to post if I were to decide to post like a commentary or um analysis there. But I'm still thinking about it. Like again, if I were to create like a whole new channel, that means I have to start over. But yeah, you know, whatever. Oh, it's already the hours. Okay, I think I'm gonna end stream now. Thank you so much for people who stopped by, people who are watching and supporting me. Thanks a lot. You've been helping me a lot. Really, I really appreciate everyone's help with donating and commissioning me. Don't worry, I will finish them as soon as possible, and I will let the people. I will like send the sketches to some people who order like the regular commissions and such. But for people who only shared and only spread the word, I'm really thankful for that too. Thanks a lot. And yeah, I'm just gonna end stream now. It's been 3 hours. I will stream again next week. Don't worry. Same time usually, same day. But yeah, thanks again. I'll see you next time. See ya. Hope you have a nice day. Don't forget to drink water. Don't forget to eat.